Hi, my Tumblr of the week actually is one of my own photos. And I took a picture of this ant, I think it was in July, the beginning of July. So I want you to notice a couple things. I did get a super good close-up of him, and I had to kind of take it at an angle, and he looked right at the camera. Um, so I'll tell you in a minute about that. But see his leg right there on the top left, it's dragging. I noticed he was dragging his leg. And I don't know why I looked down. I just decided to look down. I mean, and ants are ants. You don't think about those little creatures crawling around all day. But anyways, so I noticed he was dragging his leg. He looked disoriented. His one antenna was missing, so probably his communication to his colony was not good. So he looked lost, and he was really, and then this other leg in the front on the left, his left front leg is also a little mangled. So he was, oh, and then he's missing another leg, I just noticed. His middle leg on the right. He's missing his other middle leg? No, he's missing, let's see. Oh no, that's his missing antenna. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, so needless to say, this little guy was suffering. He had been either stepped on or maybe a bird picked him up and dropped him. I don't know. But I just loved getting this close up. And I kind of set aside, like, ooh, look at the hairs on his is that a thorax? Forgot my second grade ant anatomy. Um, and you know, his hairs, his pinchers, I saw his eyes. So he looked at me, and you remember the baby ant from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and they helped the ant, and that was, when I was little, that made me cry, you know, because the ant died. And this is what that reminded me of. This ant was communicating with me, it seemed, like in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, that little baby ant. And so I felt like he was asking me for help, but however I could help him, I didn't know. You know, I got him off the cement and onto the side, but I really didn't know how to help him. And I just felt, I mean, he was literally falling over because he couldn't walk, he couldn't communicate. I just felt the only way he was communicating was with me. And he probably died, you know, but I've just never had that happen. And I just kind of thought about how we miss all those tiny little things. We don't even think about the billions of bugs outside, but this one little ant just touched my heart for some reason. He looked right at the camera like he was looking at me. And he was looking up when I was actually looking at him without the camera in his face. Sorry, little guy. But it was just so interesting the way we made that connection, and how many billions of black ants are there in the world. And this one caught my attention. It was just so interesting. And it was like he knew that without the antenna, he wasn't able to communicate with his fellow colony ants. But he looked to me to, and realized he could communicate with me. He didn't need the antenna. I don't know. And the poor little guy, like I said, he probably died. But he struggled so much, and I just decided to leave him. And I said, oh, poor little thing. I don't know, it was so strange. So mention in the comments if you've ever had an experience like that. I mean, an ant. It was just so interesting, and it did make me think about how our great Heavenly Father, I mean, we are like the grasshoppers on this flat plane, and he looks down on us and he loves us. We're his beloved creation, and the ant is his beloved creation too. He sees the ants, he sees the sparrow that falls. So anyways, that's my Tumblr of the week. Blessings.